Hello, everybody, and welcome to Offseason, where we're going to be doing some goofy type of racing. I'm your host, Axel Benoit, for the Ninja Axle Racing League. Today, we are running the normal 3 series that we did that just finished up last week. And then we also bring in the super late models, show those off here. But right now, we are doing normal laps at these tracks, as we're going to have a quadruple header here tonight. And starting us off is actually the mini stocks here at Tskuba 1000 Outer, which is a right turning oval. Starting on pole, the number 43 of Strip Leathers. I still need to fix his name. And to his outside, the number 27 of Chase Marks. Number 7 of Kevin Jones will roll off grid in third, into his outside, and fourth will be the number 87, your champion of Burger Joe. Number 16 of Tanner Wright rolls off fifth, and sixth will be the number 22 of Josh Wright. Seventh, Leighton McQueen in the number 95, and eighth, the number 57 of Reed Ware. The number 4, Travis Coral, starts 9th, and 10th, the number 86 of Chick Hicks. Number 2, Josh Cutler, 11th. 12th is Connor Ruda. 13th will be number 51 of Tyler Thompson, and 14th is Donnie Baumgartner's. Green flag's out, and we're underway here for 35 laps of racing. As there goes Strip Leathers into turn 1, leading us. Back behind him is Kevin Jones. As you can see, these cars don't really like turning right, so they might not like this track a lot. This is the tightest corner on the track coming in the turn 4 is the tightest, as Kevin Jones is looking to make a move on Strip Leathers up at the front. But right now, Burger Joe on the inside of Josh Wright. Tanner Reif looking to follow him through into that number 5 position, as Tanner Reif will slide that car in. But will he be able to clear off the corner here? No, he will not. As back up into 1 and 2 here once again. Josh Wright might have the better runoff here. Up ahead, Chase Marks looking to the inside of number 7 of Kevin Jones. Also back behind, Reed Ware to the inside of Travis Coro. As these two still duking it out side by side. For this number 5 position. These don't really mean anything, just for fun. But these two drivers are trying to just hold on and get that number 5 position right now. Maybe even try to reel in the rest of the field. Travis Coral does go underneath the number 95 of Lightning McQueen. As we got 2 rows back here from 5th to 8th, all battling it out for positions. Travis was able to clear Lightning McQueen. There goes Tanner Reif past Josh Wright. Will Travis Coral be able to get past Josh Wright? Yes, he will. As now Lightning McQueen puts himself side by side with Josh Wright. Wright and McQueen battling out here for the 6th position now, as Reif and Coro start pulling away. There goes Lightning McQueen past him. As now Connor Ruda looking underneath the number 22. Reed Ware also got past Josh Wright. As here comes Ruda. Ruda will look to go by here through 3 and 4. He will do so. And Tyler Thompson look to follow him through. Up ahead, Travis Coral looking to make a move on Tanner Reif in the 16. Donnie Baumgartner now to the inside of Josh Wright. As Josh Wright just keeps falling back. He's able to get clear now, and he'll look to inside of Tyler Thompson as Donnie Baumgartner made a move to inside. As we go up and look further up in the field, Kevin Jones and Strip Leathers pulling away from this field here as they're just about to start lap number 10. As you can see, the single file line back behind number 16 of Tanner Rife. As Chick Hicks now trying to work his way up to the field. Josh Wright in front of him as Tyler Thompson's the one on the outside. As you can see, these guys are sliding here through these corners. As here's the bigger picture, you can see more cars. As up ahead, Connor Ruda battling it out with the number 57 of Reed Ware, as Reed Ware will get ahead. Josh Cutler now going past Tyler Thompson. As we have single filed out from 5th on back, as the leaders are still pulling away from the field. Tanner Rife here has a whole line of traffic behind him. Is he able to pull away from them and start reeling in the top 4? As Travis Coro here trying to wheel that number 4 machine. At least, and some of these drivers are going to be hopping in a super late model later today. And the supers are nothing compared to these. So we'll see how that goes for them. Supers will only be running 50 laps with the late models. I don't want to extend this too long. Same as the late models, I should say, not with the late models, because that would be quite scary if both of them are out on the track at the same time. But yeah, Travis Coro, Tanner Rife, Kevin Jones, Chase Marks, Burger Joe. I think that's it. Maybe Josh Cutler, if I can remember, and Josh Wright all have supers. So they're just trying to get a feel for the track at least. Kevin Jones has 3 races to run today actually, as he also in the street stock division. Also, with there might be an update coming soon where there's going to be heat racing. So once that comes out, I might have to switch the schedule up and not be able to run all these on the same night. Or I do run them all on the same night and they be like videos instead of live streams. I will figure that out, but right now the 3 divisions are going to be on the same nights. They're actually going to take a little break here before we go back for season 2. Driver moves have not started yet. I have not started doing that yet, but I still need to do driver moves. And besides moving people up, like Burger Joe has the late model ready for him. Also, there's a possibility that if we do have heat racing and I do it on separate nights, we might have we might have drivers, I might allow drivers to start running in more than one division. I did not realize until after the season started that I had Kevin Jones running in 2 seasons. So he'll be only running in 1. Unless I decide to make that decision to let him run in more than 1. As actually Lightning McQueen got past Travis Coro. And now number 57 Reed Ware's trying to get by him. Might just make it easy. Actually, now let's show the way where you could add multiple like divisions into one race. So that could be like a weekly show. You have your heat races going on first, then your consolations or whatever, and then you get your main events. But if I have to do it, if I do them all on the same night, I'm only gonna do this main three. Supers will be another night. I think I'll probably do supers with modifieds and legends on another night. And then I'm also thinking about doing like a truck division just for the short tracks. Kind of like what they run at the Halloween time for the NARL Halloween 150. As here goes Travis Coral looking underneath number 95 of Lightning McQueen. As we are coming up to 10 to go here soon. As Tanner Rife is starting to pull away here. The two red cars on the field battling for the 6th position. Donnie Baumgartner up into 8th. She's up 6 positions. Starting in 14th. As here goes. As you can see all the ground they've lost. Especially when the camera pans to the leader's already entering 3. And they're just now exiting 2. Also, the front stretch, I think, feels longer because of how the corners are laid out. Also, 1 and 2 are definitely longer than 3 and 4, but there's more braking involved in 3 and 4 than 1 and 2. If you mess up the turn 4, your race is not going to be fun. As during my testing, the super late models have had their fair bit of crashes. I'm trying to not make it so many, but I still want crashes, so I'm going to try and figure out a way for there to be maybe a chance for a caution in some of these other ones. Because I think we only had like 1 caution all season in all of them. Maybe a couple. And most of them were at Bristol. Starting opening week. As we come up on 6 to go here, Lightning McQueen looking to make a move on Tanner Rife for the number 5 spot. As down the front stretch, they go 5 to go actually for our leaders who are exiting 4 right now. 5 to go. I did not realize how dark it was going to get. There are no lights here, so we will be running them all in the light. I'm going to have to back up the start time a little bit because it is starting to get dark fast. The other cars are faster, but longer laps also mean longer races. As Strip Leather is looking to go from pole to win this thing. As you can see, actually the rubber being laid down by their tires. I bet you those tires are not looking healthy on that left side. Also, I'll probably have to throw manual cautions here, so I'll be paying attention to the track map a little more, because it did give me indications of incidents, because road courses are funny about their like caution stuff. There is road courses Actually, no. I'm thinking I'm going to do the trucks with supers and modifieds. And actually, the legends that I was thinking of, they're actually going to be running their own time. We're going to be running a road course series. Where legend road course. And we're going to have heat races for that. Heat races are going to be about 5 minutes per track. I'm going to figure that out. Figure out what the heat races are. That's when we get heat racing. If slash when it comes out. And that's my plan for Legends. They aren't going to be introduced yet because I don't want too much stuff. I'm just going to stick with these main 4 divisions until we get that heat racing stuff. And then I'll start getting this other stuff. As that's actually the end of the race. I did not realize, but your winner of this race is the number 43 Strip Leathers. Second, the number 7 Kevin Jones. Third, Chase Marks. Fourth, Burger Joe. Fifth will be the number 16 of Tanner Rife. Sixth, the number 95 of Lightning McQueen. Seventh, Travis Coro in the number 4. 18 of Donnie Baumgartner finishes 8th. Ninth, number 22, Josh Wright. 10th, Connor Ritta in the 17th. 11th, Chick Hicks in the 86th. 12th, Reed Ware in the 57. The 51 of Tyler Thompson finishes 3rd. 13th, and running out field in 14th is the number 2 of Josh Cutler. As we'll be right back here with our street stocks. Also, another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be posting the results of the races in the Discord. Actually, I need to put that in the description, or actually on my channel. And I need to set up whatever for it, but in the Discord and something, yeah, just the Discord and the group chat I have of the main people. So I'm trying to figure out where it is so I can actually get the street stocks here. Apparently I can't find it right now. I'm gonna have to pick. Found it. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, race results are gonna get posted. Yeah, race results posted, and then updated point standings. As something is messed up with this. I don't know who this guy is or who he thinks he is, but he's not. Why did it kick me out? But yeah, so there's that as we get these street stocks loading up here. Heat races will probably go off of if we could have multiple divisions. I would actually be running it based off a short track that I used to went to, and having all the laps be like that. But since since you can't have more than one like AI group of cars on the track or in the same section running at different times, I'm just gonna do 3. So that's why mini stocks would be like 20 laps, 25 I think is what they run, is now 35 because of the longer race. I should probably drop it down to like 30. but I think 35 is good. Also, I'm going to add I was going to do a road course type series with the Indy cars, but I changed my mind on that. That's why we're doing supers instead. And the road course series is going to be the Legends, as those are pretty fun to watch. They're shorter tracks, so we get more laps in. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I think I want about 30 minutes or so of racing, and then with the heats, so 30 minutes plus like the 5 minutes of heat racing for each heat, so that'll be about 40 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes a night, I'd say, because I think there's, well, I might do a big field of them, but yeah, not gonna be that, well, it's gonna be like the longest single division racing, maybe other than supers coming up, because they run 125 laps. Usually, some races are a little less because it's more prone to wreck, and I just don't want to do eye pacing all the time for 125 laps. Also, there's a problem right now with the cautions that I'm gonna see if that gets fixed here within these next few weeks before we start the Super Late Model Series. Just because if not, I'm gonna have to change the manual cautions and be paying attention a lot more, because if the leader is at a certain part on the track when the caution's thrown, it decides to, I forgot to adjust the time, but it decides to send the leader past the pace car while everyone else stays behind the pace car, and the leader gets a black flag. So I might have to change it to manual if it doesn't get fixed. But here's the starting order. Starting on pole, number 60 of Brendan Logano, who's outside. The number 88 of AJ Smith. Third place with number 67 of Connor Hale and Kevin Jones. And number 49 was roll off in fourth, as he just came off that second place finish in the mini stocks. Fifth will be number 58 of Zane Watson, and who's outside. The number 58 of Casey Hemrick will start in sixth. Seventh is the number 1 of Joey Kane, and eighth, the number 16 of Jamie Day. Your championship winner for the Street Stock Division, number 83 of Stacey Kuhn, line up ninth. 10th will be the number 4 of Denny Fincham. 12th goes to the number 22 of Gary Cooper. And 2 is outside, the number 95 of Paul Thompson, roll off 12th. 13th is in the number 15 of Ray Hamlin. 14th, the number 38 of Tyler Kuhn, running out of field. In 15th is the number 5 of Corey Elliott. As the leaders begin to roll around out of 4, taking us to a green flag here. We're on the way for the second time tonight. They looked a little loose there off the line. I don't know if they weren't expecting to go green that early. As we go here into turn 1 and 2, Brendan Logano and AJ Smith lead us. Connor Hale, Kevin Jones back behind. Zane Watson looking to make a move on Kevin Jones here into 3. Not quite able to, as Kevin Jones will cut him off. But Casey Hemrick has Joey Kane to his inside. Zane Watson looking back underneath the number 49 machine. Joey Kane being persistent here on the inside. As once this race settles down, they'll tell you who's running in the Super Late models. And if they have a number change, I don't think I told you that before, but I don't think anything has a number change. We do have a sponsor change That's just because there wasn't one in the guy's sponsor, the car. So yeah, but here in first, number Renault Logano, he is running the number 60 Starburst machine. It says Nerds Gummy Clusters in the Super Late models. AJ Smith is running a red number 88. Instead of his Hellman's street stock here, Connor Hale still need to get that car, but he is a Dynaco. He's gonna be running the number 67 machine. It's blue. Just haven't got Dynaco part of it. Kevin Jones in number 7 full racing machine, as he's running 49 in this. Zane Watson running in number 58. Can't remember what it looks like. Casey Hemrick's running a 58, not 58, an 85 Pennzoil machine. So he's switching to 85 just so him and Zane Watson are on the same number. Number 1, Joey Kane, I believe is. I actually don't know if he's running. Can't remember. Stacy Kuhn is running. Jamie Day, I do not believe is. Danny Fincham, I don't believe. Gary Cooper, maybe. I don't think so. Bray Hamlin, definitely not. Tyler Kuhn, yes. He did get a super late model ride. Paul Thompson, he's actually in the number 95 Sunny D car. And then Corey Elliott has changed numbers for the supers to 96. Just for the supers. Because Audubon only has number 5. So there's that. It's up ahead. Still a single follow. These guys are actually pulling away from the field quite fast here. Joey Kane making it. banked outwards. The corners are right there. They are so flat. As I think actually the front stretch of Oxford, it almost feels like that if you get put out there. As you can actually see, the track looks like it's leaning out. As the very front stretch of Oxford leans out, it is negative banking. As I believe these corners do. As there goes Tskuba falling through the traffic as we just passed halfway one lap ago. Will the cars in the lead actually reach lap traffic here? As they're about half a track ahead of last place. As they're just entering 1 and 2 while these guys right now, we watch down the backstretch here. They're about half a track ahead of 8th and 9th right now, which is Tskuba and Denny Fincham. As we single file out back once again. Kevin Jones does find himself a little bit of space there in 4th. You can see Brendan Logano here pulling away, but no one else is in screen until right the very end. As the last car is just now entering and just now exiting 4 while these guys are exiting 2. These guys exiting 4 and they're just finishing up entering. So it's possible we get lap traffic. That's if they keep battling back there. Tskuba kind of losing the cars in front of him. Tskuba finds himself back on the inside. As now he's finding himself in 9th. Battling for the 8th position. Also, Super Late Model Division has double the amount of drivers we've seen all season long in the main 3 that we've done. Double the amount of drivers because all these drivers have decided to buy a Super Late Model and go Super Late Model racing in the off season instead of working on these other cars. And I'm ready. As actually coming up on 30 laps, just starting lap 30 is our leaders. Kevin Jones has pulled away. As you can see here, he just finished exiting and ran Logano right into the corner. As I don't think we're going to get lap traffic, but it's possible. I bet we see lap traffic in the Super Late Model. I don't know about the late models. Late models are such tight competition all season. They're actually going to be adding a couple more drivers. I think that field is going up to about, it's in between 17 and 20 drivers, I think, not moving up. They're going to be in that field. At least 2 are moving up that I know I've confirmed that. The number 83 and the number 87. Number 83 was Tskuba and the 87 Burger Joe. Burger Joe's skipping the Tiger division as he found a Super Late Model. Looking right, what he looking for? He did find a Super Late Model, but he found a late model with his sponsor for sale. He's also sponsored by 2 burger companies, which is very rare. But in Supers, he's sponsored by Culver's because he couldn't because Burger King wouldn't, for some reason, won't sponsor him in the Supers. As also in the Indies, when he was seeing if the Indy Series was gonna, he said he's gonna also be sponsored by Culver's in the Indy Series. So he's like a double sponsor man. If you see him running a Culver's machine, that's why. Instead of the normal Burger King. As there's our race leader, they are right there on the tail of the field. This is actually the biggest gap to fourth we've ever seen. And go figure, the one that actually had the biggest gap to second, I believe, was Brendan Logano. Now he has the biggest gap to fourth. By a long shot. I think it's the biggest gap between third and fourth that we've seen all season. Good thing it's not in season, this doesn't count for points. Some of these drivers do not like this track. Some other tracks I was thinking about doing, so we're gonna do, there's this Daytona, like, road course, like, with really long straights, with slow corners. That's fast. That's not gonna be normal laps. That's gonna cut down to, like, probably say 20 in minis, 30 in street stocks, and then 40 late models, 50 in supers. Then we're gonna do the, what's it called? Slinger figure 8. We're gonna do Slinger figure 8 for one of them. No damage on for that one. Just so that everyone has a fair chance. Hopefully no one flips, because that'll be unlucky for them. That one, we'll just do, because the laps might be too long. Because all the wrecking that can happen. We're just going to do timed on that one. It's going to be about 15 minutes for each race. Timed. And then actually, we're going to do random starting positions for a slinger. Just so that if you're fastest, it doesn't mean you're going to be hitting the end of the field first. It's just going to be however the luck of the draw is. If you roll up front, I would say the safest is starting like P10 or so. Supers is going to be scary though. So we got those two tracks coming up. I think I'm going to do either 4 or 5 weeks of this. This is obviously week 1, as that race just finished actually, this one. So we got this week, right turning oval. Next week we're going to do Daytona. Week after that, Slinger. And so on. I'll figure out the next two during this race. But Brendan Logano first, second AJ Smith, third Connor Hale, fourth Kevin Jones, 13 seconds back of the race leader. Fifth Zane Watson, sixth Joey Kane, seventh will be Casey Emmerich, eighth Stacey Kuhn, ninth Danny Fincham, 10th Jamie Day, 11th Paul Thompson, 12th Gary Cooper, 13th Corey Elliott, 14th Ray Hamlin, and rounding out your field in 15th is the number 38 of Tyler Cahoon. As we'll be right back here. I had a couple more in mind. Those are the main three, as I probably would figure them out if I was looking at it. Let's get this set up correctly. As these ones are loading, let me try and figure out those two other tracks. Another one's actually going to be Charlotte Big Oval for Super Speedway Racing, or Super Speedway type racing. It's going to be interesting late models though, because I haven't seen that. Supers get strung out a little bit, but the draft does help Legends and... not Legends, I don't know why I said that. Mini stocks and street stocks should be good. Thinking of what we should do for the last one. I'll figure it out. Eventually. I'll figure it out. But yeah, Charlotte, a Daytona one. Charlotte, Daytona. What was the other one? Slinger, figure 8, and... I'm not sure. They're qualifying right now. Charlotte, Daytona, Slinger, and... I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure every single one of the late model drivers is in the supers. The only one I think changed numbers was number 91 of Shane Gisberg, and he's going to be running the 98. Sean Hoffman's car looks a lot different though than what it does right now. As here we are with our grid for the late models here tonight. Let's see if we can get the right camera angle. Starting on pole, the number 13, Axel Noy, to his outside will be the number 9 of Chase Elliott. Axel Noy still carrying that speed from last few weeks. He struggled 2 weeks ago, wherever. In the last two, he struggled at 5 flags in Southern National and North Wilkesboro. What good for him is he put on pole here. Holsteter's won the last two. Bauer Benoit will start in third. Fourth will be the number 69 of Hannah Santee. Starting off in fifth, your championship winner for the late model division, number 77 Matthew Duda will spill off in fifth. Sixth will be the number 12 of Ariana Santee, who just started finding pace in the number 12 machine, as they will be looking to have a good season next season. Number 5, Bottle Benoit, starting to find pace again in that number 5 machine, will roll off in in seventh. Eighth will be number 21 of Ariel Benoit. The number 24 of Jeff Gordon will roll off in ninth, and 10th will be the number 51 of Braxton Whitaker. Sean Hoffman in the number 28 will start in 11th. 12th will be the number 87 of Tyler Murray. 13th, the number 26 of Timmy Tommy, and 14th, the number 61 of Martin Cook, running out of field in 15th as Shane Van Gisbergen in the 91. As pace car pulls in, Axel Mike leads us to the green flag, and we're underway. Here at Tskuba 1000 Outer. Bauer only looking to make a move here early on the number 9 machine. As he's not quite able to get a move done, Matthew Duda will be looking to make sure he gets his move done on the number 50. On the number 69 of Hannah Santee, who ended up finishing 4th in the points behind Axel Benoit after coming in, having a chance to win the championship. Axel Benoit did not. He won the race, climbed up 2 positions past Timmy Tommy and Hannah Santee to finish 3rd in the championship instead of 5th. Second was actually Ariel Benoit in the 21, as Matthew Duda actually clinched the championship in that race by just finishing ahead of everyone that he was competing against. As Ariana Santee did get past her sister there in the number 69 machine. As you'll see those 2 cars, as actually the Ariana Santee's number 12 will be changing up design a little bit in the super late model. But you won't be able to forget the number 69. Hannah Santee's that pink number 69 Angel Soft machine. We're looking to be back in action. Benoit in the Marconi setup shop still rolling. Jeff Gordon actually going into his Rainbow Warrior for Supers. Braxton Whitaker's going into a... I actually don't know if Braxton Whitaker is running Supers. We'll see in the next race. I'm not quite sure. Ariel Benoit running Skittles again, but she's changed up the design just a little bit. The design looks a little different on the super late model than it does on this one. Numbers are definitely different, and you'll definitely see that in the next race how different these cars look. And she's actually now making a move on to number 51 of Braxton Whitaker. Whitaker will cut the nose off. Sean Hoffman, I know his car changed a lot because I couldn't remember what it looked like. I still can't remember. Like, I can't remember what the other one looks like while looking at it because they're completely different cars, completely different color schemes. And that's why I can't figure it out. But Sean Hoffman, the 28. Don't know. Tyler Murray's going to be running the same design on the super late model. Martin Cook, I believe, might have went away from Napa for super. I'm not sure. Timmy Tommy obviously running the Rackley number 26 again. And then Shane Van Gisberg and Texas changing over to number 98. Running a little bit of a green, white, and black design instead of this red, white, and black design. But yeah, actually only staying with the Pepsi design. I think some stuff has switched up a little bit. I believe he has a little bit different sponsors on the car, if I can remember, for his secondary sponsors. As Chase Elliott, I do not remember if he's running. Yes, he is. He does have a Freight Auctions number 9 super late model. Bob running an Oreo number 8 like normal. He'll be running one of those in the supers. Matthew Duda's got a different design, but same sponsorship there in the number 77 for him. Now we're back to Ariana Santee here. Actually, I already put up a 3-second gap over second. Can anyone get past Chase Elliott would be my question. I just noticed something in the trees. It almost looks like there's a fire going on in the trees as we go down the backstretch here from the one angle. If you look right there, yeah, there's 2 fires. It's like smoke from campfires or something. It must be like campers out there or something. You can see all the fans standing out there in the grass. And for whatever reason, the grandstands over another track are filled. There must be another event going on today. Some other division, but we have brought stock cars, oval racing cars, onto a right turning oval and told them go have fun. We are able to see who built the best setup. Right now it's Axel Benoit in the number 13, as he's just building a bigger and bigger gap every lap over the number 9 of Chase Elliott. And as Benoit here has pressure from Matthew Duda as Chase Elliott starting to build a little bit of a gap between him and the number 8. These guys have actually been the most calm about passing as we've been single file for a few laps here. As I actually should have done like a mini season or whatever. Maybe next time I'll do a mini off-season championship. I mean, I can still do that. I'll just have to record points by hand here for this whatever first race. Just to see who I'll actually give stakes to this off-season stuff, which might be pretty fun. As it's most likely not going to be the same winner every week, as a lot of these tracks are different. Like right turning oval, Daytona one's weird. I can't really explain that one. It's like a road course, but an oval it mixed into one. High speeds and low speed corners. Very weird, especially from what I expected when I actually went and tested the track. I actually never even knew it existed until a few days ago when I went and tested it with Super Late Models. While I had their settings super messed up and they were just wrecking all the time. They still might be wrecking all the time. I think I 14th, Kevin Jones. 15th, AJ Smith. 16th, Shane Van Gisbergen. 17th, Brendan Logano. First car 1 lap down. Only 16 cars finished on the lap out of 33. That's over half the cars were lapped in this one. 18th is Zane Watson. 19th, Joey Kane.